Optimus Prime can't catch a break. Why? He fights for the right thing. He fights with friends and family, but he still ends up losing, either losing the battle or his friends. Jesus Christ. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we talk about comics, anime, manhwa, and stuff. But today, we're talking about Transformers, and this video is going to shock you. So stick around. We continue our story from where we left off in the last one. Optimus and his boys were going to kick some ass because they finally know the location of the Decepticon warship. What they failed to comprehend was the appearance of this mad scientist. Shockwave was here, and this base was not just any base, nah. They wanted to equip it to become a ground bridge, and we know what the ground bridge is for. As soon as it was activated, it parted the sea. It was something out of the Bible, and as soon as Optimus saw it, he knew, Jesus Christ. A big blast came and wrecked the ship. Jetfire's wings were clipped. He went crashing down while the blast went into deep space. At that moment, Optimus and his crew were left defenseless in the bottom of the ocean. Right now, right here, a battle was about to be fought. A brother was about to be lost. The Decepticons had them dead to right because they had no cover. So as soon as they launched the attack, the Autobots took damage. Cliffjumper was out of it. He was still picking himself up, but the ground bridge was behind him, and this demon walked through it. As soon as he came through it and Optimus saw him, it was on sight. Everyone was trying to kill everyone. Everyone. And Cliffjumper, the biggest liability on the team, was on the floor, dead to right. And as we have seen, Soundwave isn't the forgiving type, and he finishes the job. So pulling out his blaster, he unleashed a bullet directly for Cliffjumper's chest. But Ratchet was there. Ratchet was never going to allow one of his mans go down like that. He sacrificed himself to save Cliffjumper. This new Transformers run is just insane, because at this moment, Cliffjumper thought it was smart to start mourning in the middle of a battlefield, but Optimus was there to save him again, taking the opportunity to mourn his friend and promising vengeance, because as soon as he turned around, he saw Shockwave. Shockwave, you have to die. But while Optimus was taking another huge L, we see that most of his people, Wheeljack and RC, were keeping Carly safe. But the thing is, humanity were awake to the Autobots' presence, and they didn't like it. They all got their guns and said, well, you're not allowed here. Stay where you are or die. And the Autobots, well, they were trying to be heroes, so they chose not to attack. And they promised as Autobots. And we see at that moment, Spike was getting some bad news, because he wanted to know if he was going to be able to walk again. And the doctor, well, he said as far as they're walking robots, anything could happen. And then before he could say any more, boom, boom, there was a huge ruckus outside. We see a Decepticon was sent to pick up Spike as a trump card for the battle. Astro Train was here, and he wasn't leaving without Spike. They begged him that Spike was just a child, and he said, I know, I see no value in picking up the weak, especially people like you. But I am under orders, and I will kill every woman, child, and adult here to get my prize. And Spike, not wanting to risk anyone else's life, stepped forward like a G. The doctor told him no, but the deed was already done. Astro Train transformed, taking Spike with him, and both of them left into the sky on a freaking spaceship. While Optimus was fighting everybody. Optimus was going crazy in that field. But the numbers were not in his favor, and they had Shockwave. For those of you who do not know, Shockwave is him. He's almost in the same power level as Optimus and Megatron. He is literally him. And with his ground bridge, he was ready to bring all the forces of Cybertron on Earth. He was ready to conquer. But what this super genius failed to realize was that at this moment on Cybertron, RC, or rather Elita 1, was free. On her shoulder, she carried someone who I'm pretty sure is Ultra Magnus. They were completely surrounded, so she made the choice to step through this portal that opened up. And she stepped from a battle into another battle. But this time she saw Optimus. She was happy. but the ground bridge was still open, so she made the choice to use her blaster and close it by force. Unleashing a hailstorm of blaster bullets, she shut the ground bridge down, slicing the combiner in half. Jesus Christ, this comic is brutal, and I love it. Because of the ensuing commotion, the ground bridge blew up, and the Autobots were split in half. So Optimus, realizing he couldn't save everyone, had to leave. Alita 1 called to him for help, and he transformed, carrying her and the injured Autobot to safety, leaving behind half of his men. Optimus ran away. Cliffjumper called to him, but he was long gone. Cliffjumper was alive with the psychopath Shockwave. And for those of you who don't know, Shockwave's best hobby is torturing and experimentation. He was going to wreck Cliffjumper, and he deserves it. Cliffjumper is way too soft. This experience will teach him to be a G. As Cliffjumper was pulled away, kicking and screaming, Spike just wanted to know his fate. He asked Astrotrain, "What are you going to do with me?" And Astrotrain just came out and said it, "Bruh, you're about to be tortured to no end. I'm not going to lie to you." But before he could, something was wrong. He came crashing down. My systems are failing. With the large thump, he landed on the earth, immobilized. And from the wreckage, we see Beachcomber was here, and he was here to rescue Spike. In a spectacular way.